Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of My Panther Pride. Episode 28, man. Week 6 is in the books, Jesse. Happy Victory Monday, man. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, man. We got a double holiday today. As I showed you, Cinco de Mayo and Victory Monday. So the margaritas are gonna hit just a little sweeter.
Just a little sweeter today. But yeah, man, good day.
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of people that I really socialize with at work. So it sucked for me today because I just wanted to talk football with somebody and I had nobody to talk football with.
I got some good videos, so that's how I wrote people in. I'm like, oh, check out this touchdown run by Perkins. That one that I had. Oh, it was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep. There was a couple people that asked me about the game, and I was like, yeah, if you watched that little no looker, I was like, I swear Bryce Perkins looked me in the eye. I was like, because we were right
Watch
there.
this.
He
Yeah.
said, "This is for you, buddy."
Yeah, that was awesome. You see, he's like, yeah, it might have been a little unnecessary.
Victory Monday.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
we didn't send Mike a message. Oops.
Sorry.
Sorry, Mike.
We apologize.
But yeah, some decent football this weekend.
Yeah, some on some accounts.
Yeah. I picked Renegades for the first game, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
Yep. It's all good. Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't go bad. I had the Showboats, you had the Roughnecks, so, and then we both had Michigan and Stallions, so we split. That's not bad. I'll take
not
it.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, we didn't really get to as much viewing as we'd like, but
yeah, especially being just throwing this out there again. We're two dads, people. It's hard for us both to catch all 4 games, but we do our best because we like football.
Yeah, after our game, I was trying to continue watching, but it was a rough go, we'll say, for the last game of the week.
Yeah, after driving home from the game and then getting all the kids back home, and then we had to cook dinner and stuff. So it was a little bit of a challenge getting back and forth. Yes, Bryce or Chris.
Yes, Bryce.
Bryce
Yeah,
Perkins and Toa and Nate McCrary, man, them guys were pounding the rock. They were doing what they could.
they were hype.
But we'll save that for our later.
Yeah, it always trickles in. It's got to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you want to start with this first game, I guess.
Yeah, Battlehawks managed the Renegades. This was one of the games I was a little in and out of. I had it on the TV. I wasn't really paying attention too much. But I think the first half it was kind of more exciting than the second half, wasn't it?
I mean, they were both. I mean, if you look at the lines here, I mean, 9 points were scored in either half, and all of those points were in one quarter. So, very defensive game. There was that just one touchdown, I believe it was
Hakeem, I believe.
Yep, it was. No, yeah, it was.
Yeah, because he had another big play like he had against us.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was quite as long,
right?
But yeah, it was. And then I think they threw a flag on that play too, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, "Oh, is it?" But did he push off? But no, ended up not being. But yeah, I mean the Battlehawks really tested Perez. I mean, look at his he had a 69 completion percentage, which still isn't bad, but I mean he looked frazzled for a lot of the times, and he threw another pick. So last week was 2 picks. This week's 1. I mean, we're seeing. I mean, go figure. You pressure the quarterback, and mistakes are going to happen. But
right,
we're finding out how influential and important that is in this league.
Yep. And like we've talked about, now teams are really starting to find them rhythms that we've been talking about since training camp.
Them rhythms. I like that. I like that. I like the way you said that. Oh man. But yeah, they I mean
Yeah, this one was kind of a boring game. I would say that.
yeah. Yeah, it was. It was a very what's
What's up,
going on,
Mikey?
man? Royce. Yeah, it was not an exciting game from what I even watched of it.
Yeah.
And I just saw something say talking about the rating for Friday night games, and the next 3 Friday nights are Brahmas.
Oh, really?
If don't quote me, I think that's what I read. I just saw the thing come up.
That's crazy. Now I want to look at the schedule.
Yeah, I don't.
Brahmas.
It is.
Yep.
Oh, so
7, 8, and 9 is all Brahmas.
yeah, we'll be getting. Well, I mean,
That's crazy.
we'll talk about that later. But I mean, what's going on with that situation? But anyways, I mean, Max Duggan comes in and gets Battlehawks another win, man.
Yeah. Battlehawks get another win. I was talking to SAJ today, and he was like, I want you guys to mess up somebody's season. I think it was the Battlehawks season. He's like, if you guys win this game, you'll mess up their season or something like that, their chances.
And I feel like every week I'm like, man, the Renegades are so close.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened to San Antonio. Like, they were playing good ball for a couple of weeks, and then this week happens.
They're getting figured out. And well, they had a big switch, which we were gonna kind of push, but looks like we're gonna talk about that one sooner than later.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. Yeah. I feel like they won this game because they were at home, which is kind of what I was. Yeah, I thought it was going to be more of an offensive showcase. It's funny how we kind of get peaks and valleys or lulls in like scoring or like how scoring's happening, because this week it was a little bit one-sided, and then the one game that was very competitive, it was just like 41 points, right on that same sweet spot that they've been hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I kind of had a feeling that 3 of these games were going to be competitive, at least. And it turned out to be only one of them really was a real, like, super competitive game.
Ours was good until second half, really.
Yeah, second half we came out and we dominated. Like what did I text you today? I heard something to where we held the defenders to 9 minutes of offense for the whole second half.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything else on this?
Not really, not on that one.
I haven't got anything either.
I mean,
I would have liked Arlington to win.
Yeah, I would have too. But Roughnecks outlast the Showboats. I kind of wanted the Boats to win this one. Well, just for like the USFL conference.
Yeah, that's what you were like, what do I want to happen? I want them to win, but I don't think it's going to. I honestly thought they were going to. I thought Dresser Win was just dropping wins. You know what I'm saying? But did not happen that way.
But Houston got the ball late in the fourth, had an opportunity, and made it happen.
Not to say he was bad.
Welcome,
though.
Brent. Glad to have you here, bud.
Perry made a show.
Yeah,
but I feel like the big. Oh, wow! What just happened?
I would definitely say that like Memphis, they're better than their record, and we've said this before. If you guys would have had Win from the beginning of the season, and you guys have been rocking with Win since week 1, it'd be a completely different Showboats team.
But it's a lot of that figuring it out, man. It's all on the fly, especially now they got Wes Hills, which that was a big, stirring. I feel like him being there, it looked great, and I think it was either, I think it was Panther Shadow, and he's like, "What? Tell me again how he doesn't fit the scheme." It's
Yeah,
like,
why doesn't he fit our scheme? Yeah,
yeah,
but I mean,
I
we
think
kind of got Toa for him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I was talking to Royce about that. Like we kind of covered all the bases with that, and then we kind of are banking on the home run hit of Sheardon, but we definitely didn't need it on Sunday,
right,
which is
exactly.
sad. I want to see that guy on the field, but
Yeah, what with like Viking says with Wynn and Hills, that completely changes the offense. Now they just need a little bit better protection. If their offensive line could step up a little bit better, give the
yeah,
quarterback a little bit more time to where he doesn't have to scramble and move out of the pocket.
especially look at how many receivers Dresser ended up hitting. I mean, what's his percentage? So 22 for 34, so 64%.
Right.
But look at that. He had a lot of receivers. Spreading the ball around well for being week 2 in this as him as the
Starting.
ratio. Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is gonna sound kind of selfish, but I'm glad that we faced them before they got Wynn and Hills.
Mm-hmm. I mean, which is they upgraded.
They definitely upgraded. That would have
Yeah.
made them a lot more competitive for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The first time if they had them two in the first matchup, that could have potentially been an L for us.
Yeah,
because that was a closer game.
the first time.
Yep, the week one.
It was a one score or 1 point game or something. I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game. Week one.
Oh, 26-12. I thought it was closer than that. But yeah, it could have easily went another way. And for the Roughnecks, I mean, McClendon still is throwing the ball well, but I thought he was going to be he looked like he had a little bit more mobility last week, but I think that might have been him just being injected into the offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Him just doing what he could to make plays happen.
Yeah, whether it was that coach saying, "Hey, we're on a limited playbook here. If you don't see it, tuck it," or if maybe now they have film on him and they accounted for that because you rush 5 times for only 4 yards.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, granted, we didn't. I don't know if those are all just.
We also know that the Showboats front seven, man, them guys are tough.
Oh yeah. Hold on, my tortoise is stuck under his thing. I got him out.
I think Boogie even got a sack this week. I believe Viking. Do you know? If you're still in the comment section.
Yeah, I can look it up. Bring Kevin over.
Also,
what up, Kev?
Yeah, there's Kevin the tortoise, guys.
You can't go under there, brother. You're gonna get stuck.
Hats off to Houston's D. Yeah, Houston. Like I've since McClendon has stepped on the field for Houston, I feel like it's a completely different team. Like I know he's a quarterback and he doesn't have much to do with the defense. I mean, the defense, I feel they've been trying to do their thing all year. But that offense looks completely different. They were utilizing
no sack for Boogie. Oh, yeah, Royce just said it.
Yeah. Vikings.
But yeah, I mean, this game, I mean, I'm glad that it came down to a little bit at the last moment, and they were gaining momentum. Memphis was in the fourth, but Roughnecks got it out. I mean, good for CJ, good for the boys. I mean, he's turned around from. We said it again last week, but from that, the bad optics of how everything looked with Houston and their coaching situation.
Yeah.
To what they are now, and now being, I mean, what's their record now?
Jeez. Who, Houston?
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-3, I believe.
So, I mean, yep, 3-3, and now 1-5 Showboats, which Did not see that coming, man.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
2 seasons in a row. But the thing is, like I've said, they're competitive. They could have won quite a few of these games.
They've had so much inner turmoil, man. It's very. I mean, yes, Dresser is a good injection. Fresh face to just bring, new life into the organization as a whole, or the team as a whole.
Their third or fourth quarterback since the season started, and we're going into week 7.
They've been rotating them, man.
I think it's actually number 3 because they had EJ, who was the backup to EJ, and then Dresser came in.
Troy
Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was getting Troy Williams and Anthony Brown mixed up. Just in my head. Don't know
why. But yeah, most competitive game of the weekend. I mean, it had stood alone on Saturday, so that was pretty cool. And then, I mean, obviously we're gonna do.
Yeah, I got to catch most of that.
What was that?
Vikings said the scoop and score by Houston was the difference maker.
The scoop and score.
Yeah.
It was a long scoop and score.
Yeah. But man, this season of UFL has been crazy. There's been a lot of upsets. There's been a lot of crazy things happening in games. We got overtime. We've had some real competitive games.
Kicks getting returned.
Yeah, kicks getting returned.
Like
punts going off of linemen's butts.
Yeah, punts getting blocked too.
Yeah, it's just been crazy.
The Arlington game, wasn't it? They had a punt blocked, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday in that first drive, whenever we drove all the way down to the end zone right in front of us, and we were at 4th and 1,
mm-hmm.
and then there was a penalty, and it went to 4th and 6, and then there was another penalty, and
it came back up
to 4th and 1.
Yeah. It still said 4th and 10 on the screen though that whole time. I wonder if it said that on the broadcast.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was weird. That was a weird sequence. Anyways, all right, that's not the game. Yeah. So let's go. You got anything else for the Showboats Roughnecks?
No, just that. I'm expecting the Roughnecks to be a bigger challenge than what I think most Panther fans are expecting.
I am too, and especially sandwiched the way that we have them.
Yeah, we got 3 conference games for the last 3 games. So after we beat Arlington next week, because I'm just going to say we're going to beat Arlington next week, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pressure the crap out of them, make Luis Perez realize that he should just keep writing books. I forgot where I was going with this. I was just talking smack for a second.
How about this?
Well, yeah, we can head on to the snooze fest of the week.
For some, I mean, it's even watching the highlights was like, oh man, this is just one-sided turmoil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched about the first half, and like I was telling you before we started recording, that was like right before the half was like San Antonio can get something going here if they're if they just start firing on a couple more cylinders and making some things happen, they could be in the ball game. You know what I'm saying? But Birmingham's front 7 just was like no.
So I want to preface this. I did not even know that Mond wasn't playing in the game. Was that like a pre-planned thing? Does anybody know? Because why was it
Kevin Hogan?
Kevin Hogan, there you go. So that threw me for a loop.
There you go. My my fantasy team's kind of cooked. I don't have a quarterback because Matt Corral is out for longer than expected.
I know. I'm lucky I had Perkins because I had Perkins and Wilkins. So
Oh,
yeah,
they
the day
announced
before.
Hogan.
So
Okay.
I mean, here, let me pull up the. So Hogan finished the day 17 for 26, so 65 percentage for 179 yards, set almost 6.9 average, one interception, and a 69.2 QBR. I don't know. I mean, Mond hadn't looked great, but I mean, he was getting battered, man. So I kind of thought that he's just wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, and then look, they couldn't get their rushing nowhere.
Mm-mm.
6 attempts for 14 yards, 3 attempts for 8 yards, 2 for 6.
And this is
1
what
for negative. Like,
surprised me about McFarland too, because he was beating us up when we played him, run game and pass game.
yeah.
So
But if you ask anybody, Stallions have like some of the biggest front seven on defense, and like some of the better front seven, maybe the
Yeah.
best.
I mean, where's their sacks?
It's
So
real
we
hard
got
to get the
Ronnie Perkins, 2-2-2-2.
2-2.
Perkins gonna end up on. I don't know, man. I don't
Ooh,
know.
Perkins gonna end up on the Lions practice squad. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know if they would. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he
There's
really
other teams
fits.
that would be wanting him more,
Yeah, he doesn't really
but
fit
not
our.
not saying I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, I would take it for sure.
I mean, you got to worry about Gibbs or Perkins. But I mean, he's got to calm down with that though, because he puts
No,
himself in some situation. God, we keep getting on the Panthers.
yeah, I know.
All right, well,
McFarland's injured, so now they're toast.
yeah,
Yikes. Yeah, like SAJ said, the best thing that they can hope for this season as a Brahmas fan is someone screws St. Louis out of the championship.
just they're playing upset at this point, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they're 1-5. Yeah,
I don't I think their season's the nails in the coffin for them guys. I hate to say it. And I love the Horns Forward guys and that whole podcast and the Bulls on tour and everything they do. But I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like the
I don't
Jaguars.
hate that. They do like gadgets. They ended up with Agnew. They take a lot of.
Yeah, who do they draft this year? Didn't they take Cam Ward?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, that's what it was.
Yeah. No, Cam Ward went to Tennessee.
Oh.
If I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, like Mike says here, they're pretty much eliminated with one more loss.
I mean, they're shooting for 5-5 at this point. Not saying that that's not good enough to get into it, but
I mean,
did you see the news about them shooting down the change of the playoff?
yeah, having like a wild card round.
Yeah,
essentially.
Well, it'd be by the two conference winners get in, and then
there's like a
no, and then
round.
it'd just be this. It'd go by win total instead of having. So you could have 3 from one conference going into the 14 playoff. So say if USFL just does better and those 3 teams have higher records, I guess, more better win percentages, that they would make it in over. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they did shoot it down. Obviously, it's midway through the season. I don't think they do that, but that sounds like something that maybe when they shake up the conference names and stuff.
I think it'll happen with expansion.
Good point.
Because then it'd be easier to. Then you could put 3 teams from each conference in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Do 16. I would not hate that.
I wouldn't either.
Oh,
Yeah, he got a one game suspension, so that we've talked about it before. That we think that something else happened besides for just the slap. A lot of people said that he got spat on.
we can't confirm nor deny, but that's kind of what I feel happened.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Stallions. I mean, they didn't score as much as I thought they were going to, and I mean, the Brahmas kind of held them at times, but
I think kind of similar to our game.
Sternberger scored.
They came out in this. Stallions came out in the second half and was like, "We're putting this to bed."
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they hung around for a while, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, Birmingham scored 6 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, 6 in the third quarter, and then 8 in the final. So it was a slow climb. Like I said, I couldn't finish the whole thing. I was like, oh God, this is.
Like I said, it was a snooze fest. I mean, when it's just the other team isn't very competitive compared to, it's very lopsided like that. It makes for a tough game to watch,
especially when
unless you're a Stallions fan.
You're watching the conference. Our conference competition just hit the same record as us after our game, which felt.
But Viking agrees that expansion, when playoff changes, make more sense with that. And yeah, I would agree. It does change the perspective a little bit, but also he is a professional. He's a paid professional. He should have just walked away.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't have ever got to that point. And I agree that the league had to do something. Do I feel like it should have been a little bit worse, even though it's on our team? I think it should have, just because of the optics. Because people were like, 1 game suspension, that's a freaking joke. Like, but like we said, something else may have happened beforehand.
Yeah, something we don't know about. And I mean, hey, we don't know. It's over. And I think it's kind of funny that we, them being on our team, or him being on our team, and we're still like, ooh, that's a little light slap there.
Right. Well, not his slap.
I meant on his wrist. Yeah, no, I didn't even mean that.
I would say that fan definitely felt that.
Yes, sir. All right, well, let's get into our BTA. Did you see Ryan posted that?
Yeah, I commented. I was like, belt to ass.
Yes, sir. But first of all, I mean, we got to start off with Perkins. Holy shit. That guy. Yeah. I don't understand how you can avoid so much behind
the line. There were so many times where I just seen like the pocket collapse and I didn't see him. And then he just was like, poof, here I go. Here we go. Like,
or even that throw to or Hicatini. He kept his eyes. He was literally stumbling out of the pocket and was already knew where he was going with that ball.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible.
Did you see the post game presser? Somebody was like, "Hey, that no look pass, is that something like you work on, or is it just something you kind of do in the heat of the moment?" And he's like, "Look, I have a lot of respect with Matt Stafford, and I worked with Matt Stafford a lot." And he's like, "I had an opportunity, and I took it. It wasn't necessary, but I took it."
Hey, man, yeah, we appreciate it. And it was a 2.2, wasn't it? Or 1 point, one of the two. It was the point after. Just throw some flair on it, man. You can't be mad at him for it. But here, let me get these stats up here, because Perkins,
crazy. I was reading the stats.
Yeah, 13 for 18, so 72%. I mean, not his best percentage wise, but the throws he was making, man.
Oh yeah.
So 188 yards through the air, 10.4 average, 2 touchdowns, no interception, a 142.8 rating.
I mean, for like the whole game, it was like over 400 total yards, 4 for 4 in the red zone, 27 first downs. Like, that is just a dominant performance. I when I was reading that on the way home, I was like, no way.
We pounded Toa down their throat to 19 times for 94 yards, and Perkins went 9 for 76. Both of them got a touchdown.
I think we averaged like 7.6 yards per play or something like that.
It was such
like if we keep playing ball like this, we're gonna have an extended season. To say.
I mean, we're on track to have an extended season, but yes, I understand what you're saying. If we keep this up,
Perkins shakes tackles.
oh my God, yes, he does.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people compare him to Donovan McNabb and like Mike Vick.
His shoulders don't jiggle quite as much as McNabb's, though. But yeah, man, even Bree at one point when he pulled a read at some point, and Bree was like, "Oh my God, I heard that."
Snatch the ball back.
God, my tortoise going nuts.
Panthers had their claws out the whole game.
Yes, they did.
For sure. And the one thing that like I could tell that was different about this game versus other games is we got the lead and we didn't slow down. We didn't start playing conservative football.
No.
I'm so happy to see that Etling only came in for one snap that Bryce went out on because he needed to get his ankle checked after he took a big hit.
And what did they do? They gave it to the heavy hand. Toa.
That was on that one 3rd and 20 play, and he ended up picking up 31 yards on that 3rd and 20, wasn't it? And he got hit and he went out. Yeah.
Yeah. He did. He got out. Did you see on that? Wow, I just got real tongue tied. But did you see on that? Malik Turner like jumped on him and was holding him because he didn't have a helmet on.
Yeah, he got hit and his helmet popped off, and Malik just hopped right on him. He's like, "This is my dog. You ain't getting him."
Yeah, they developed a good chemistry, but man, the tight ends really were shining, man. Which is awesome to see. Which I have Gunnar Oaks and Weidermeyer on my team, and I played Weidermeyer, but I'm not mad about it.
I got Hicatini on mine.
Yep.
So,
yeah, man, that was a great game. So
we're gonna get screwed out of hosting the postseason game.
Oh man, that's why we need that DCFC. We need that stadium.
That just ruined my whole mood. Thanks, Mike.
Come on, man. Victory Monday.
Kick me right in the nuts on Victory Monday.
Yeah,
they stepped on their throat and they didn't let up.
I'm pulling it up.
Sorry for you DC fans. Like, I thought this was going to be a hell of a lot closer of a game than what it was, man.
Agreed.
But we came out in that first quarter and dominated the play clock. And I was like, this is going to be a different game. And, like, Bryce was on fire, dude.
Oh, here we go. This is the one. His touchdown. Look at this.
Yep.
Bing. Oh. The man's filthy.
I don't think I'll ever change our seats unless unless they open the end zones.
No, it's perfect line, and I had every touchdown. I had a view just like that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's barely zoomed. Like, we're right there. You guys need to make it to a game. I'm telling you.
Yeah. If you haven't, you gotta go.
There's so much fun. Postseason is June 8th, and the concert is the 10th. Well, one thing I got to tell you about that, Mike, is after every game, Jeremiah and Scott and the rest of the crew are tearing everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like that night.
That night, yeah, they don't like Friday night games. They don't leave Ford Field until like 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Even if there's nothing going on, which I think is kind of stupid. Like, remember Scott was telling us they have nothing planned until the next game, but we still have to take it all down, reset it all back up.
Yep, that's crazy. Yeah, those are pretty good seats. I ended up stealing them from Mike.
Whoops. But yeah, I think everybody's on the same page here. I mean, league wide. I mean, he's got to be the front runner for MVP at this point, especially with the carousel we've had in different. I think the only one that would have had a run for it and might still is Wilkins, but he got hurt. But now Duggan is looking great as well. I don't think MVP caliber, but
Right. Yeah, everybody all over social media today, you've seen he's QB1 of the league. MVP Perkins.
Completely agree.
Like his last game, 21 for 25. This game, what would you say?
13 for 18.
13 for 18. Not as good as last game, but his legs really showed out in this game. Like that doesn't really tell the whole story. If you watch the game and you seen him, like I don't know how many times. Like our offensive line has done a great job.
Yeah,
DC has some of the best sack records in the league right now, and we let up 0 sacks.
I mean, I don't know how many would be though. On that Hicatini play, here I'm going to throw this back up actually, because I want you to see this free rusher on this play. Hold on, share this tab. So let me see if I can zoom in for you.
I put it up on the big screen.
Okay, but all right. So when this starts, watch the edge or the defender come off the edge. He's not even on screen. He comes in right here, untouched, and hits Perkins with nobody blocking him. And Perkins avoids it and still makes this play. Watch this. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. He was doing that all night long. There was times where the pocket just collapsed and they got their hands on him, and he was just like, nope, nope, nope.
That play gives me shades of Eli Manning in the Super Bowl throwing to David Tyree, the helmet catch. When he goes into the pile and then somehow Eli's scrawny ass backs out of it and still finds him downfield. It just makes no sense, man, with that much pressure and then an unblocked man coming in. The guy's got to win it.
DC fans will argue for Teamu to be MVP.
Which,
but
I mean, after
this week, like he had a really good performance the week before, but he only completed 50% of his passes. Yes, he had 300 yards, but he only completed 50% of his attempts.
You talking about last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, this week he went 19 for 36 here. I guess I could throw this back up.
Another one where he's
19 for 36, so 52. But he is their offense though. I mean, look at their rushes. 75 yards. They weren't getting production, at least not on us. But I mean, he's throwing them up there. And I want to point out Chris Rowland. Holy crap. I mean, obviously it was.
Yeah, he was having a game.
We lightened up a little bit, obviously, and he was eating in the middle where the space is, which is a smart thing to do. But he is making that team run right now. Obviously, Teamu, but Chris Rowland, especially for his stature, we'll say.
Yeah, he's a little guy, but he's fast.
He's so fast. He reminds me of my buddy David.
Who was it? Jackson. I think. What number is he? Number 25.
D Jackson. Hold on.
I think he's number 25. He was pretty fast.
Deion Jackson.
Yeah, he was short and fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a couple times where they put him out at slot and hit him right over the middle.
Mm-hmm. They were just trapping him. What was that one play? Was it us? Where there was, I think it was us, and they never even called it. When one of our receivers just trapped their DB. Remember? I showed you on the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I don't even think they called it. I think that was in that weird thing that we were just talking about earlier, where they like move the ball back, and then he said touchdown, and then he's like, no, it's a first down. Everybody was in there like,
Yeah,
what?
everyone's like, what is going on?
Yeah. You
But
have one
they
job and you have a white hat.
they couldn't enforce, I think it was a roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness, because the false start was a dead ball penalty. So the ball was dead by time that the second penalty was committed.
My tortoise is stuck under his thing again. What a psycho.
It's almost a nice enough day. You could have put him outside for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna after this for sure. I can't let him run. He's gonna sneak away, or some animal's gonna take him if I leave him unguarded out there. But yeah, man, hell of a victory Monday.
Just a dominant performance. Like, we controlled the clock. And you could just tell that we had a hell of a rushing game yesterday. Like I said, second half of the game, we held DC to 9 total minutes of offense.
Yeah, or just not scoring. Oh, that second half, we were not playing games. We like I can't remember who said it. Somebody said we put our foot on their throat when we were not letting off.
Right.
Yeah, they got 8 points in the third and then nothing in the fourth. Weren't playing games, man. Very happy with that performance. Very happy with our running backs, our line.
Our special teams was doing their thing too, because it seemed like every time that DC got the ball, they were deep down in our territory, like single digits.
Even when because it seemed like they muffed it too. They were very nervous at the approaching, tacklers when they were catching it. That one time it got caught under his foot for that one punt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out. Was it? How you even said Laria?
Yeah, Laria.
Yeah. So he came in, stepped up, we flipped the field, man.
Yeah, for sure. He was. I don't think we had many where we had to punt away, but the times that we did, he definitely put them in bad field position.
Mm-hmm.
And he was dropping the kicks way back there too, man. So there was a couple.
And we had that block,
our first drive, we started from the 5-yard line, didn't we? Marched all the way down and got a touchdown.
Let's see. Yeah, 95 yards, 11 plays.
And it was like 6 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and they came down. Their first drive was 12 plays, 61 yards, but they came away empty-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was a good game. After we were kind of riding a high after the Memphis game, and then last week we kind of were angry, more angry not at the team, but more at decisions that were made surrounding the team. You know who you are. Yeah. And then they were kind of, I feel like we got our retribution for this game. So I'm really excited to see how, now being the status quo, which I'm hoping they not necessarily the score, but the way that we played efficiently and as a team and with Bryce Perkins in the game.
Right. Yeah. So look at the 3 games that we had Etling in on, that he rotated in on. And then you look at the 3 games that Bryce played, the whole game, when Danny was hurt for those 2 weeks and this week.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the production that we put on the field. Yeah. It's night and day.
I've seen some people worried that are saying that Nolan was worried about, volume. But he had the volume the whole game, and he still only threw it 18 times. Granted, he was under duress a vast majority of that, but
yeah, DC's defense was nothing. Was no small feat for sure.
We could say no sacks, but I kind of consider that bad snap. That was kind of a sack.
But didn't
Well,
you
it
say
wasn't. It
that
wasn't even a bad snap. It
it
did
wasn't
hit
a bad
him,
snap?
and like,
It like went right through his hands and bounced off his chest.
yeah. Actually, I think I still have the video. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, you can't see it.
Yes.
But yeah, it bounces off his chest, man. So that was on him. So that is a sack, but that's on him. I ain't mad at the O line or the rest of the team. But
Yeah, man, it was just a great game. It was cool having Derek hanging out with us again.
mhm.
The everybody that I got tickets to, they all messaged me, told me that they had a great time. So
Hell yeah, yeah. I'm glad we get to give those out. You know that we're in a position to do that, which
right,
is
and I thank you to everyone that's donated tickets or told me that they can't make it to a game and look to us to get rid of the tickets. We really appreciate that. That helps grow our fan base, helps get more butts and seats, and just to support the Panthers, because a lot of these people that I get tickets to, it's their first game.
which is
Or
awesome. There was a guy behind me with his son. That was their first game, and he was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, man, I don't got a lot of time, and it's always expensive. I can come here, bring my kid, just teach him the whole time. It's like that's what it's about.
yeah. So, but like I said, I just wanted to say thanks to anybody that's donated tickets or that plans to or has said to, and we appreciate everybody that hops on the lives and comments and likes, shares, subscribes, and just supports us.
Mm-hmm.
How we do it. Yeah, got to pay it forward because this guy right here gave me my first set of tickets, and now look where we're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm absolutely in love with this team.
Oh yeah. One more thing. Shout out to the defender. He stopped by our tailgate pregame. We actually ended up having, can't remember his name. One of the defenders players. He actually scored the touchdown, the first touchdown against us.
No, it wasn't him.
Oh, it wasn't him.
It
Oh,
was
whoops.
misinformation.
I got some bad information.
It
Sorry.
was misinformation. I wouldn't say it was bad information.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a different number than we expected. It wasn't a tight end. It was actually a wide receiver that caught it.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, he
one
showed
of the
up, was
tight
giving
ends-
away hot dogs, and
Yeah, his dad.
yeah, his dad travels with the team in his bread van, basically.
Yeah, the Aunt Millie's bread van.
Yep.
Showed up outside the tailgate, started giving out free hot dogs.
Hot dogs. I got some English muffins and some coupons.
Yeah, I got some coupons and some English muffins too.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that was a good time. It was a little cold and rainy, but hey, we made the best of it. We still had the Sithkits and gravy.
Yep. There was a couple people
Waffles.
that showed up a little late,
Mhm.
like Dan Jackman, the guy from Canada
Yeah.
that comes to the games. He just missed us. Like we were at the corner getting ready to cross the street, and I seen him walking up to like the food truck and stuff.
Oh man.
I was like, "Oh man, you just missed us." And then when we were waiting in line to get into the field, somebody commented on one of the videos. It was like, "I went to Brush and Madison and nobody was there. Just a food truck and a creepy guy handing out hot dogs."
Hey.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Sorry, man." And kids wanted to go get their face painted and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta go do a little pregame. I thought that they would open the gates a little early, seeing as the rain started to pick up. But hey,
whatever. Oh yeah, and then right before we got on, I noticed on social media.
Oh yeah, you put that up. Is it on Twitter?
That me and my girlfriend got our picture taken at the game. I think that was one of the first scores. You can see your arm back there a little bit.
Yep.
Right next to her leg. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Skylar's friend that we brought, she went home and told her dad that she had a great time and she made it up on the Jumbotron a couple times and everything like that.
Yeah, they were having a great time up there, man.
Oh, they thought that the guy a couple rows up from us every time we were on defense that was going, "Ooh," thought that they were booing.
Oh,
So
really?
they were trying to scream back at him. And I was just letting it go because they were getting loud on defense.
Yeah, that's
Because they
funny.
were going back and forth with him. And she was like, he was annoying me. I said, they were literally doing what you're supposed to do on defense. They were getting loud on defense. They were like, no, but he was booing. I said, no, he was just going, ooh.
Yeah, he was right. Dude, that guy was loud the whole game. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, super loud. He was like 3-4 rows behind us.
The two kids like few seats to the right of me, when Mike stood up, made it on the Jumbotron, Motor City Prowler, they're like, he's here. He's here again. He's here every week. Yep.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. But all right, well, I mean, we got 4 minutes till the other show starts, so I figure it's time.
Crap. Didn't even realize it was that time.
50 minutes. I gotta go let this tortoise outside and cook some dinner.
Yeah, I gotta cook some dinner, and I want to listen to ATU tonight too. So
yeah, should be some good stuff.
But last game, May 31st. I hope to see you guys all there. If you guys can't make it, just spread the word. Try to get some more people that are a little bit more local to the games if you can. If you know anybody in the area, and if you know anybody that might need help getting tickets, send them our way. We'll do what we can to help any way, shape, or form.
We might not get them all, but we will try our best.
For sure. You got anything else, Jesse?
No. I mean, we do want to do that giveaway, but we don't really have anything planned with that.
Since we brought it up, I have a shirt here that got donated to us, and I took it to the meet and greet. And as you can tell, it has all kinds of signatures on it. I counted about 30 of them. We're trying to figure out a creative way to get this to a subscriber, but we also want to give back to the community somehow, or give back in some shape or form. So we're thinking of some kind of raffle or something for it. If that's something you guys are interested in, hit us up on social media, let us know.
Or if you have any ideas of maybe a local nonprofit or something that we can just, I mean, it's not going to be a lot of money. Obviously, it's just a shirt and we're a small podcast, but every little bit helps, and I think it'd be cool for us and for whoever's getting the shirt. Yeah, and we'll, like we said, we're going to give back. Nothing's going to go to us. My dogs need to go out. So, yeah. All right. Well, that was about the last thing. As always, Panther fans, remember, let's hunt. St. Louis sucks.